I bought 43 pieces of jewelry from a stranger online, and that stranger was my own daughter. My daughter Mara is 15 and quiet in a way that worries me sometimes, the kind of quiet where she'd rather disappear than ask for help. Last spring, she started making bracelets out of wire and beads at the kitchen table every night after homework, and I figured it was a phase, something to keep her hands busy. I didn't think much of it until I found her Etsy shop by accident while searching for a birthday gift for my sister. The shop was called Wren and Wire, 312 views, 2 sales, both to relatives. The most recent listing description said, "Might close this shop soon, not really worth the fees." I recognized her photography style immediately, the same gray blanket she used as a backdrop for everything, the same crooked handwriting on the little thank you card she doodled but never got to send. That night, I watched her come home from school, go straight upstairs, and not come down for dinner. She said she wasn't hungry. I sat at the table pushing food around my plate and decided I couldn't just watch this happen. I made an account called Threaded Moonglass. I spent an hour reading other reviews so I'd know how real customers talked, how they said things like obsessed with this and exceeds photos. My first order was a beaded anklet for $11, and I left a review that said, insanely good quality. Definitely ordering again. I felt like an idiot typing it out on my phone in the garage so she wouldn't hear the notification sound. 2 days later, Mara came down for breakfast holding her laptop like it was something fragile. "Someone bought something," she said, not quite looking at me, and left a really nice review. I asked what kind of someone, and she shrugged, but she was smiling with her whole face for the first time in weeks. I kept going. I made a second account, Cedar and Clay, who left long, thoughtful comments about her color choices. A third, Moonlit_makes, who asked if she'd ever considered doing custom orders. She started doing custom orders. Her sales crept from 2 to 31, and some of those genuinely weren't me. She started posting process videos, her voice steadier every time. Her art teacher emailed asking if Mara would be interested in entering a regional craft fair, and she said yes without hesitating, which she never does. Then one Sunday I was refilling my coffee and she called me into the living room, her laptop open on the couch cushion. "Dad, look at this," she said, and turned the screen toward me. It was an order from Threaded Moonglass, my account, the one I'd used the most because it felt safest to hide behind. "This person has ordered from me 11 times, she said slowly, and look what they wrote. The review said the earrings were tremendous work. Truly exceeds expectations. My stomach dropped. I say tremendous. I say exceeds. I've said it my whole life and never once thought about how strange a word it is until my own daughter was staring at me holding the evidence. "Dad, do you know who this is?" I told her I had no idea, that plenty of people talk like that. She kept scrolling, and her face went from confused to something sharper. "This person also always orders the exact colors you like, green and rust. You literally wear those colors." I said coincidences happen. She wasn't buying it, not fully, and for a second I thought about just telling her the truth, letting her be annoyed at me instead of letting her keep believing in Threaded Moonglass. But then I watched her expression shift, watched her decide, right there on the couch, that she wanted this to be a mystery rather than a confession. "Maybe it's someone from your work," she said finally. "You always talk about your projects at dinner. Maybe someone heard you say all that stuff." I told her that was probably it, and my voice came out steadier than I expected. She nodded, satisfied enough, and went back to reading through the order details, already planning what colors to use for the next batch. She didn't bring it up again after that day, though. Sometimes I catch her glancing at me a little too long when I say something exceeds expectations. I've slowed down on ordering from Threaded Moonglass since the fair went well, and her real customers started finding her on their own. But every few